It's the Clear Fork Valley that kicked off high school football 2022 as an all-Richland County rivalry gets revived tonight at Bob Wine Field, where the Lucas Cubs host the Colts of Clear Fork in a Week 1 battle. It's live and free and only on the OH Report, and it's all coming your way. Next.
At Knox Community Hospital, your primary care physician is more than someone who delivers your test results, more than someone who writes prescriptions, more than someone who listens to your heart. We are your healthcare partner who takes the time to know you, listen to your concerns, and provide you with expert personalized care to make and keep you well. Because to us, you're more than just numbers on a chart. You're a neighbor and a friend. Knox Community Hospital, in the community, for the community.
Need your lawn looking its best? Then Clips and Cuts is who you call. We have the knowledge, experience, and passion to create the most beautiful lawns and landscaping for residential and commercial mowing, plus complete landscape installments, landscape design, shrub pruning, and tree trimming. We also specialize in hardscape, offering a variety of patios, retaining walls, water features, and even outdoor kitchens. Call Nick Ritchie to schedule your services today. An exciting Week 1 matchup pairs Lucas and Clear Fork on the gridiron in a battle for supremacy in southern Richland County. Good evening, folks, and welcome to the Kelly's Dairy Bar pregame. My name is Brian Skoronsky, and I have got the one, the only Andy Jardy with me here this evening. I mean, no coasting into Week 1 for either of these teams. This is a great matchup between a squad that we think can definitely be a contender within their league and a team in Lucas that always is in the playoffs.
Yeah, this is no cupcake city here to start the season in Week 1, and that's what I'm a fan of, Brian. You know, give us the marquee matchups right off the bat. You find out who you've got as a team right away, and this should be a really good game. The last time these two teams played was in 2020, 3-point game, which Lucas won at Clear Fork 18-15. I think we're going to see a similar game to that tonight. I really don't have a feeling either way, and that's the beauty of it because it's Week 1. We don't know what we're going to get tonight, but I expect a good football game.
Yeah, no question about that. Lucas, of course, known for that wing T. They run power. They'll just line up and go right at you. But what's interesting about this team to me is that no returning linemen. It's all the skill guys back for Lucas. So it's kind of tough to get your mind really wrapped around what the Cubs are going to be. You expect them to be physical, but they don't have anybody back on the varsity roster that you can say, okay, that guy's been there and done it in the trenches before.
Yeah, and I think that's going to be a real key to this game if Clear Fork wants to win, if they can dominate up front here against that inexperience of Lucas. And that just goes to show how great of a program Lucas has too, because they've got the guys obviously to play up front. And are we just nitpicking them now because like they don't have something returning, so like that's the weakness? Definitely something though to keep an eye on.
And we're going to keep an eye on the Lucas marching band right now as they're getting prepared to get us ready for football season. Have the national anthem coming up here in a minute. But first, we're going to have a moment of silence for Ben Zerzo, who was lost this week.
Ladies and gentlemen, we live in a country unlike any other. To honor America and the men and women bravely serving around the world, we invite you to stand and remove your hats for the playing of our national anthem.
So with that, we have Honored America. We are ready for some high school football action here at Bob Wine Field. And we were discussing Andy before the break there just about Lucas and what they do bring back. Let's take a look at this gentleman right here, Andrew Finello. Not only is he a dynamic playmaker on the offensive side, this kid, too, about their best defender in the secondary.
And he also has a great name, too, if I might add. Big fan of the name Andrew. You know, a little biased on that, but yeah, he does it both sides as most players do here on Lucas. But last season, 58 tackles, 11 tackles for loss, 2 sacks, and a fumble recovery. Look for him to be a big factor in tonight's game.
Yeah, he can certainly take it the distance as the Cubs are out onto the field. Friday night vibes here. Great atmosphere always when you come out to the Lucas Valley. One of the winningest programs that we have in North Central Ohio because of all the playoff seasons we've seen back to back to back with Scott Spittler at the helm. Now on the other side for Clear Fork, that's the team that heading into tonight, Andy, at least on paper, you would expect to be the favorite. They've got 17 returning starters back, and you would assume with that many kids that have varsity experience on a team that went to the postseason last year, you're going to take another step and that they should be a very competitive team here in 2022.
Yeah, and I listened to Victor's interview that he did with the OH.REPORT a couple days ago, and he mentioned, you know, they were kind of feeling themselves out last year, and this year they seem to know their roles a little bit better. They're a little bit more confident, and they feel like they can go out and win the MOAC, and they're definitely going to be one of those teams up there that can contend with Shelby.
Speaking of Victor, how about this from last season? 1,500 passing yards. But what he really brings to the equation is the ability to, when things get a little bit chaotic in the pocket, he's got the legs, he can escape, he's got some nice movability, and he can get out and make some plays happen when there's nothing there.
Yeah, I remember watching him turn nothings into somethings last year as he would just get out of the pocket, make plays with his feet, throw the ball downfield. He is a dual threat, a lot of fun to watch, and the leader of this Clear Fork offense.
Clear Fork offense will be the first with the football here tonight as the Cubs won the toss, selected to defer, and they are going to kick it away as week one. It's here, Andy.
It's here. I cannot, like, all week I just kept thinking, like, we have high school football Friday, and we had it last night too, but it just is, it's great to have it back as we wind down summer, get into the fall. It's always great when all the sports start to overlap each other and there's just so much going on. But this is a great place to come watch a football game, too. As you heard the fireworks earlier, it's just a unique setup here.
And number 1, Powie Alt.
So Powie out back deep to receive. He's going to take it on the fly, and this kid is a burner, folks. Transfer in from Bay Village. Certainly, Coach Carroll and his staff very high on him as he takes the return out to the 25-yard line.
Yeah, you see a little bit of that speed that he brings on that return, too. And What a great football name, too. Powie? I mean, come on. It doesn't get any better than that. I'm excited to see him play here tonight and what he brings to this Clear Fork offense.
Let's take a look at the starters for Clear Fork. We already talked about Skoog and Powie. Robson's going to be in the backfield as well. Fields will lead the way at fullback. Bergholter, a real big, strong body at wide receiver. And then Clear Fork, a lot of guys up front returning. So they should be pretty dominant within the trenches, but maybe not against a Lucas team that's kind of what they do. Here's a starting defense for the Cubs. Up front, they've got a little bit of inexperience, but then you look at the linebacking core, and then certainly in the secondary, everybody's back. I mean, you look at the Toms brothers along with Hunter Church and Finello. They're going to be arguably, I think, the best unit that we have in North Central Ohio, Andy.
Yeah, I would be hard-pressed to argue with you on that one. And there you see, this could be a physical game. When we talk about it, you see how these teams handle it. I mean, this kind of physical play in week one, it's a wake-up call right away.
We were having a conversation on the ride over about Ohio State and what they're doing week one, taking on Notre Dame, getting a test right away. And at least for me, I kind of like the warm-up game. But in high school, and especially now with the expanded playoff, I don't think that matters anymore. You can go out, you can have a non-conference like a Lucas does where they just play everybody.
Yeah.
So I think you're right. I kind of dig it. It works.
I am a big fan of it. And, you know, you find out who you've got right away.
Skoog, a lot of pressure from the backside, able to get the ball out just in time. And he's got the completion. First down of the evening. Throw right on the money from Victor.
Yep, and he finds Robeson again, who's got both catches here on this opening drive. Nice 3rd and 5 conversion there.
So it takes Clear Fork out near the 44 as they'll spread him again wide. 2 receivers here to the near side. Skoog in the gun, Powie to his right. Victor's going to fake it this time. But guess what? Cubs were waiting on it.
They sure were. Big time loss there. Great job by Lucas defensively, just waiting for Skoog to make that decision and getting in on the action. Grayson Jackson just spying on him, waiting for him. And then a whole pack of Cubs came in and brought him down even further in the backfield.
Grayson Jackson was the first to meet him.
Jackson now in his junior season. Put on a little bit of size, bulked up to 170 now. As it'll be 2nd down, 13, 3-yard loss that time for Skoog.
Sure looked like a lot more, didn't it?
He's got an empty backfield this time, 4 receivers to his right. Lucas just rushes 3, sitting back, showing his own look. Now Victor's got to take off. Skoog hit by 3 Cubs here on the near sideline. Pickup of 4, so he got back the yards that he lost, just not a ton there.
Yeah, just great coverage downfield too by Lucas. They only rushed 3 and still able to get pressure on Skoog. He didn't have anything to do and picked up a couple yards. Still 3rd and long. 3rd and about 7.
Lucas offense would love to put Clear Fork in a situation where they've got to decide, do we go for it on a 4th down here this early in the game?
I think if you get to the other side of the 50, yes.
Skoog on the roll, throws. It's a little high, but nice snare there by Jay Jackson.
Yeah, what a catch by Jackson. That pass was a little high, but Jackson able to go up there, come down with it. And he had a great season last year as 16 catches, 304 yards, 6 TDs. The sophomore out here making plays.
Yeah, moving the chains. They're going to say that he was able to get enough there with that 2nd effort. So a fresh set for Victor Skoog and the boys as they're on the move into Cub territory for the first time tonight.
Skoog perfect on this opening drive, 3 of 3, 17 yards.
Here comes Powie, cut inside. Great acceleration, 9-yard pickup.
And a nice little sweep for him, gets out to the outside and then able to get almost the 1st down. Look at that cut back in, almost gets through 2 Cub defenders. But there was a lot of buzz about this kid coming in for Clear Fork, transferring over in the winter to the district, and you can see why. He had a nice kick return and a big play right there.
It's going to set up second and very short. Colts need to move the football maybe a couple of feet. Powey's alone back. Skoog able to get 2 Lucas Cubs to jump off sides.
I think this is going to go on Lucas. There's definitely movement, yep.
So the 5-yard walk-off by the official will lead to yet another Clear Fork first down, knocking on red zone territory now.
He's offsides on the Cubs. That gives Clear Fork a first down at the Cub 32-yard line.
Great start so far for this Colts offensive unit, who, again, looking to spread out Lucas and attack what many believe to be the strength of the team. And how about that? Jumping off sides yet again are the Cubs. This time it's Daniel Hawkins.
I think this, yeah, they're going. This was some movement up front by Clear Fork, so back and forth we go.
Let's see if we can identify what happened here on the Park National Bank replay.
Oh, I don't know, actually. Initially, yeah, I thought we did have a false start, but that looked like Lucas jumped again.
15 situation for the Colts.
Yeah, if you're the right guard that time, I think you got to feel like you were tempted to move. Wasn't really his fault. Quick throw out, and here comes Tristan Robinson. Takes a hard lick as he gets out to the 35.
On a stop for the Cubs.
Third catch for Robeson.
Second down, Colts for the Cub 35-yard line.
Just a small little pass there to get a couple of yards.
And I think that that's going to be what we're going to see and come to expect from the Clear Fork offense. I don't know if they're going to throw it deep a ton with Victor. Get the ball out of his hands quick, fast decisions, look at the first read, maybe the second guy, and if it's not there, just take off and do what you do.
I was fully expecting him to throw this one downfield after you said we wouldn't see that happen too often, but there's Skoog again, just making, it's an incomplete pass, but could have been a bigger loss, could have been a sack, but there is a penalty flag on the play.
Penalty flag.
See another look here as Skoog has to break the pocket. A discussion. The Cubs sideline you saw on the replay was asking for an intentional grounding penalty. It clearly looked like Victor escaped the pocket and was able to throw it beyond the line of scrimmage. But there is a discussion going on. And official's got the football in his hand, so it looks like they're going to mark off some yards one way or the other. An eligible man downfield. So Coach Spittler has a decision to make if they want to accept this or...
I think you got to decline it, right? Keep it 3rd and 13. It looks like they are going to take the penalty, so it'll be 2nd down.
So it's going to make this 2nd and 18 now.
Second down from the Cub 40-yard
as Clear Fork backs up to the 40-yard line.
We got 3 straight penalties.
Now Victor,
the last 4.
Yeah, quarterback run all the way that time. He's able to pick up right about 8 yards.
Skoog on the keeper.
So decent play here for the Colts, moving in a positive direction.
Still trying to make up those penalty yardage that they picked up on that very questionable false start that got called against them. It's amazing how you can have a nice drive going and just a small 5-yard penalty can just completely throw it off. But they still got a chance here as the Cub Nation comes to their feet.
3rd down, Skoog looking right all the way, unloads, and it's going to be incomplete. Again, intended for Robinson. And that'll bring up 4th down. And this is the decision time factor that I was talking about. If you're Lucas in that defense, you just want to make them think about it, you know?
Yeah.
And especially where they are here now, I mean, you got to roll the dice at this point.
Absolutely. I think you have to. 4th and 11. Looked like Skoog wasn't 100% confident in that throw that he just made there. I wonder if there was some confusion on the play, but just didn't get a lot behind that throw.
So big 4th down. Trips to Skoog's right. Cubs gonna bring the heat. 6 coming. Victor rolls left, throws it, intercepted right into the hands of Logan Toms. And what a welcome sight for Cub Nation to have this young man back. Broke his leg, I believe, in week 1 last year, and coming up with the first turnover of the season. Big takeaway here for Lucas.
Boy, how great is that? Coming back from the injury, gets a big play on 4th down, and just a ill-advised throw from Skoog there, trying to make something happen on 4th down, though. And just coming down with that interception. Logan Toms, welcome back. And it gives the Cubs pretty solid starting field position here on their opening drive at the 42.
Smolin under center turns, looking to throw all the way. He's going to chuck it deep, got one-on-one coverage. And they're going to say incomplete. Good-looking throw. He had Finello on the sideline. Take another look at it.
Yeah, the throw got there, and it was a great catch, but he just happened to be out of bounds.
So it'll bring up 2nd down and 10, and oh, that's Scott Spittler always digging into the bag of tricks.
Yeah, how about that?
Talking to my camera guy tonight before the game, and I was like, if they throw it 3 times, you know, we'll be lucky. Make sure you get nice, tight shots of Lucas on offense, who looked like they got Clear Fork to jump. And it'll make this 2nd down a little bit easier, so they'll mark off 5.
3rd penalty on the Clear Fork Colts so far. Penalties, something you always see a lot of here too early on in the season. You can only do so much prep and scrimmages and practices, but once those games come around, that execution sometimes is tricky to get down right away.
The toss is to Logan Toms. He's able to push forward, drive the pile out near midfield to bring up 3rd down, a little less than 2.
On the stop for the
Take
Colts.
a quick look here at the Lucas offense.
3rd down, 3 for the
Andrew
Cubs, right
Smolin,
midfield.
3-year starter under center, and we talked about all the skill guys they have returning. Logan Toms had the injury last year. His older brother Corbin expecting a big season. We talked about Finella already, and then all new faces up front in the starting lineup.
I tell you what, that inexperienced line right now looking pretty good here on this opening drive. There were a lot of blockers downfield there for that big run.
Little Larry David reference there, huh?
I finally started watching Curb Your Enthusiasm. What a show.
Highly recommend. Every season is a little bit different, too. They add new characters.
Absolutely.
Kind of like the high school football game. Always new faces are coming in that you got to get to learn. What are they going to bring to the equation? And so far, the guys up front on this drive for Lucas getting the job done as they're really riding Logan Toms. But when you come up with that interception, why not keep feeding the beast?
And you know he's just been chomping at the bit to get out there after that injury-shortened season last year.
Starting on defense for the Clear Fork Colts. A lot of guys you probably remember from a season ago. Anderson, Pipes, Perry, Sansom in the secondary. And then I really like the 4 guys up front. Caden Riddle, Burkholder in the middle. I mean, those are 2 big bodies.
Yeah, they are. Riddle, the All-Ohioan, he had 4 sacks last season. That led the Colts.
Smolin back to pass, rolling left, and he's got Finello out of the backfield.
Smolin's pass is complete to Andrew Finello.
That's certainly a little piece that he brings to the Lucas offense.
Great tackle by Powie Alt there, too, preventing that from getting to be a big play.
Brings up 3rd down.
So 3rd down 4 here for the Cubs offense. Smolin inside handoff. And it's going to be Hawkinsmith. Really had a lot of leg drive there at the end of that play. Looked like perhaps he was going to be stopped. And then you just see that pile moving inch by inch. And it's enough for Lucas Cub first down.
Yeah, Daniel Hawkinsmith does not skip leg day, as you can see. Just churning those legs, gets the pile moving, enough for the first down.
So fast-moving first quarter already, sub 3 minutes here.
Are you surprised with this way that this Lucas offense runs?
Some things never seem to change, Andy. New faces, new places, but always RPO the Lucas way, and that's just run people over.
And they've done a little bit of that on this drive.
Ball's on the Colt 28-yard line.
Scott Spittler, one of those coaches, just never in a hurry. Loves the clock control.
Yeah, they wear you out, you know? It's not like they're big gains every now and then. They just come at you 2 yards, 3 yards, and then they break off a big play. And already the third pass, Brian. What did you say? We were only going to see 3 tonight?
So it looks like Smolin's done with the arm for this evening. Going to put the gun back in the holster, at least according to my prediction. But I did mention on touched on, he's a 3-year starter now in this program, and I remember a couple of seasons ago back in 19 when they were able to make that big run all the way to the state championship. That was the element and the dynamic that they had in their quarterback that they were able to do, is they would throw it between 6 and 10 times a game versus, 1 or 2. And it looks like Coach Spittler allowing that to be the case here for his quarterback, as we're going to get some contact downfield. It's going to go against Powie. And this should lead to a first down here.
Yeah, he jumped the route a little bit there, made some contact. That's going to be another first down.
They needed 8. So the penalty yardage will move the chains. Fresh set coming up for Smolin and the boys.
First down, Cubs just inside the Colt 15-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 14. Cubs knocking on the door. Smolin fakes the toss, takes it himself.
Andrew Smolin on the
big hole up front.
What a fake. I mean, he just
down inside the 10-yard line.
Little tap of the circle button there, and he just went. Whoop. Yep.
Just following right in behind Ty Lenhart. A couple of seniors combining for a nice play there.
It's going to bring up 2nd down for the Cubs from the Colt 8-yard line.
Well, the Colts defense was ready for that one.
Logan Toms on the carry.
Toms had nowhere to go.
So it'll be 3rd and 5 now from the 8.
Fields and Bergholder getting in there.
Look like Ty Sellers in on the stop for the Colts.
So big play on both sides really here for Clear Fork. Obviously the defense, you've allowed Lucas to get down here. Doesn't mean that they got to get any points. As Smolin rolling out left, looking to the end zone. He lets it loose, and it's complete. Touchdown, Lucas. The first points of the season for the Cubs coming on a throw.
And a beautiful throw from Smolin to Grayson Jackson for the 6 points. Shoot the fireworks off here, Cub Nation.
Andrew Smolin's pass complete to Corbin Toms for the Cub touchdown.
So here is Smolin rolling out. You see on the Park National Bank replay. Beautiful pass. Corbin Toms getting the toes in. Touchdown, Cubbies. PAT is up, and it is good. So Lucas extends their lead 7-zip. And this is Lucas football to a T. You play great defense, come up with the takeaway, and then you just milk the clock. You run it down their throat. They mix it up a little bit, showed some variety. Smolin with 4 passes, ending with the last one in the end zone, Andy.
Yes, and yeah, they just very methodical about their business. They get downfield. Good drive starting over at the 42-yard line. They went all the way down, ended it with a touchdown, and of course the extra point coming in after that, because Aiden Culler is not going to miss with his kicking leg. There's no way he'll miss.
So an excellent drive for Lucas to start off the 2022 campaign, ending with pay dirts. It's so great to see Aiden Culler back out here. Suffered a tough injury I was at during a basketball game, and actually it was his best career game. He had double-digit points, I think, through a quarter and a half. Ended up suffering a knee injury, and here he is back, one of the best kickers in the area. And it's going to be kind of an onside look. Lucas got plenty of guys down there. I think they've come up with the football they have.
Wow. There was no one remotely close to recovering that for Clear Fork. What a job by the Lucas special teams.
And really never tipped it. Culler with an excellent kick into open space.
There's just nobody over there.
The closest player would have been Logan Anderson, and he just didn't really get a good angle towards the football. So Lucas back in business already.
First and 10 comes from the Colt 38-yard line.
First down, Smolin again evades the pocket.
Smolin's pass intended for Andrew Finello is incomplete.
Already, though.
Powell Yacht
5 passes here from
Colts.
Smolin.
Second down, Cubs.
Definitely way over my prediction, Andy.
That's the beauty of it. Week 1, you know, you just can't imagine Clear Fork expected him to throw too much tonight either. He's got that ability, though, and we're seeing it here tonight. Smolin was voted team captain by Lucas.
Logan Toms on the carry for the Cubs.
And you see what a difference maker Logan Toms is now back into the lineup for his junior season. They were really banking on him last year as a sophomore to have solid impact and just never got the opportunity.
Brings up third down for the Cubs.
And it looks like with the 3rd and 5 on the way, the Coach Spittler gonna let that run down. Just a perfect first quarter for the Lucas Cubs, doing what they do. It's 7-0. Lucas leads it here on opening night. We'll be right back. Second quarter action on the way.
At Knox Community Hospital, your primary care physician is more than someone who delivers your test results, more than someone who writes prescriptions, more than someone who listens to your heart. We are your healthcare partner who takes the time to know you, listen to your concerns, and provide you with expert personalized care to make and keep you well. Because to us, you're more than just numbers on a chart. You're a neighbor and a friend. Knox Community Hospital, in the community, for the community.
Need your lawn looking its best? Then Clips and Cuts is who you call. We have the knowledge, experience, and passion to create the most beautiful lawns and landscaping for residential and commercial mowing, plus complete landscape installments, landscape design, shrub pruning, and tree trimming. We also specialize in hardscape, offering a variety of patios, retaining walls, water features, and even outdoor kitchens. Call Nick Ritchie to schedule your services today. It's 7-0. Lucas in front. They've got the football on the move. From the 33-yard line of Clear Fork, here comes Logan Toms looking to bounce it outside. Nothing doing that time. Swarming defense by the Clear Fork Colts. Anderson Powie out, able to make him drift to the outside, and it's going to bring up a 4th and 6, Andy.
Great first quarter there for Logan Toms as well. He had 5 carries, 22 yards rushing, and an interception, which set up that Lucas scoring drive. And then it was Corbin Toms with the touchdown reception to make it 7-0. Clear Fork's only had 1 drive in this game, and that's something that Lucas will do. You talk about it, they milk that clock. They got the onside kick after they scored, and here they are going for it on 4th and 4.
Going to put it in the hands of their senior quarterback, gunning it to the end zone, and just going to be out of the reach there for Corbin Toms.
Andrew Smallins pass intended.
Take one more look here on the Park National Bank replay.
I like the call.
Turn the ball over on
4th down and 4.
Clear Fork.
Just go for it all. You got the lead. You're at home. A heck of a throw, too.
And that guy had a great view of it, you see there.
The treehouse, Brian, just isn't quite tall enough. This is my first time here outside in the elements. Nice little setup.
For those of you that don't know, this place correctly nicknamed the Treehouse, where we are set up in, and got to give so much props and love to Taylor Eichman for developing this for us, as Powie Alt able to have a nice pickup, maybe 8 yards on the game, but Henke on the field. This one could be coming back for holding. In a restructured Treehouse, so for this being your first time, you didn't get the full experience.
And I got to be honest, like, this is a great setup. I'm a little disappointed that I didn't get to experience what it used to be.
We'll always have the memories here on the OH Report from the last 2 seasons, but a actual real structure built. There are cement blocks holding this sucker down now. There's real 2x4s, Andy.
It's great. We got a lot of room. It's a beautiful night. We just talked about a roof is next, or a tarp of some sort.
We'll see if they get that in the budget. We'll settle for a tarp for now. Kind of like Survivor.
Yeah.
On the run, nice throw. Milo Berghalter into enemy territory. Huge pickup. And the Colts taking advantage after that 4th down stop.
Yeah, big play right there, something they needed to kind of get some life back into that Clear Fork sideline. And it's a great pass and catch to Mr. Bergholder.
And that is right in Victor Skoog's wheelhouse. Get him on the move. He can go left, he can go right. And those intermediate routes, I think, is where he can really shine.
Skoog is 5 of 7 on the night.
Handoff on the jet sweep. Tristan Robinson on the carry this time.
Tristan Robinson on the carry.
His first carry here tonight. Picks up about 4.
Second down, Clear Fork from the Cub 41-yard line.
2nd and 4 again. They bring him in motion. This time Skoog fakes it, trying to go in between the tackles. Was able to reach forward near 1st down yardage, but going to be a little bit shy. So Lucas sending on some of their big body dudes.
Skoog on the keeper, comes up just short.
Just about a yard short here for Skoog. Probably 4 down territory, I would think, for them. See what they opt to call here on 3rd and short.
Let's hear you, Cub fans.
They're going to flank out 2 receivers here to the near side. Robinson in the slot. Skoog running left all the way. Powie got the block, able to set the edge, and Victor slid in right behind him.
And we talked about it, making plays out of nothing. I mean, there were a couple of chances here to get brought down in the backfield, but he just makes the right moves with his feet. Shuffles his way up there for a much-needed Clear Fork 1st down.
From the 33, Skoog with Powie to his right. Fake it, spins here near side. Looks like he's just gonna tuck it and run.
Interesting decision, too. I mean, he had Bergholder downfield, but opted to keep it and pick up a couple.
Ray Caudill on the stop.
Ray Caudill with the pop there, and he's shaken up. Might have got the wind knocked out of him as he's heading over to the sideline. And it'll make it 2nd down and 5. And I think that's been the knock on Victor, at least from last season sometimes, is that he will elect to take it, tuck it and run, and go for 3-4 yards instead of trying to get 15 or 20 by releasing it downfield. Nice pitch this time, though. Powie.
Oh, boy.
Off to the races. Here comes Alt heading to the end zone. Is he in there? Touchdown, Clear Fork. They have answered the bell.
Powie Alt, welcome to Clear Fork. What a touchdown run for the senior. Just his 2nd touch of the night. Takes it 28 yards. And the hype was real, Brian, on this kid, Powie Alt.
Well, we've seen him during basketball season coming in late as a transfer. Just so much speed, quickness, athleticism. Here's Adam Van Osdol. PAT, the lefty, is pure. So we are all square here at Bob Wine Field. If you're just joining us, Lucas struck first on a passing play.
Yeah.
And now Clear Fork has matched on the big run from Powie Alt.
That was sorely needed for Clear Fork's sake, too, because you know, they had a turnover on their opening drive. Lucas came down and scored. Lucas then gets the onside kick, and there just wasn't a whole lot of energy on the Clear Fork sideline here to start this game off. But then that big completion to Bergholder really got them going. After a penalty, too, you thought, oh, boy, here we go again. We have a holding call. This is really going to stall the drive and the momentum again. But kudos to Skoog and this Clear Fork offense. They managed to get downfield, and Powie Alt caps it off with the big 28-yard touchdown run. Ties things up 7-7. And this is kind of what we expected here tonight, Brian. This is going to be a really close game. It's going to be a lot of fun. I think whoever has the ball last might come away as the winner here tonight.
What we expected.
Jay Jackson getting ready to tee it up for Clear Fork.
Just two rough and tumble teams. Clear Fork, a lot of people's pick in the media around our area to be an MOAC championship favorite. Lucas, of course, does not play in a conference, but always the anticipation is that they will head to the postseason looking for, what, their 10th straight trip, Andy?
This would be their 9th straight trip to the postseason. If they get there, we anticipate that they will, but you got to play the games first. Uh-oh, look out here.
Yeah, big burst of speed and breaking away. Corbin Toms gonna make a house call. Bet it right back. Touchdown Cubs.
Oh, that's the answer you need right there if you're Lucas. And how about the Cubs special teams here tonight? They recover an onside kick, and then we got a touchdown return. And the Cubs quickly strike and are back on top. You know, you just don't see kickoff returns anymore, at least at the pro level, even at the college level. So that's one of the most exciting plays I think you could see in football, is a kick or punt return for a touchdown. And here we go. Cubs back on top.
Aiden Keller on to attempt the point after. Timeout, Clear Fork.
Timeout taken by Clear Fork here on the PAT. Interesting decision.
Yeah, you don't maybe just try and get everyone to regroup.
Well, maybe just wanted us to have a chance to replay this thing from the top, Andy. Let's check it out.
I think that's exactly what they wanted. That's why they took that timeout.
Thank you, Dave Carroll.
Yeah, we appreciate you. Yeah, I mean, he just had a hole right up there in the middle. He gets through, and he almost goes untouched. Looked like he might be brought down right about here, but he's able to keep those legs going. Takes it all the way in for the touchdown. Corbin Toms, his 2nd touchdown of the night.
What a 1-2 punch, these Toms brothers.
Aiden Keller on for the point.
And talking to
Corbin Toms holding Braden
one of our
Spillers.
camera people who is a Lucas alum, he was telling me, Corbin Toms, look out, breakout season. So far, so good. As there's going to be a piece of that PAT. And so how about the timeout paying off for Coach Carroll? He saw something.
That's why you take the timeout right there. Get in there, and boy, that's a play you circle in a game that we expect to be fairly close all the way. A missed point like that could be huge down the stretch.
Nevertheless, Lucas responding immediately to the Clear Fork touchdown. Just when it looked like there was going to be a little bit of momentum on Clear Fork's side, Lucas was like, no, we'll take that back.
Yeah,
this is our house.
We enjoy having that momentum. I think we're going to keep it on our sidelines. So now we'll see what Clear Fork can do here on the kick return. As you've got Alt and Robeson back to receive the kick.
And so now for Clear Fork, you've seen the bit of trickery from Scott Spittler's bunch.
True.
Looks like they're going to be a little bit more prepared in the advent of some more onside kickage. Book Color's just going to boot it deep to the left side. And Powie mishandles, able to recollect with a head of steam here. Shuffles through a couple of would-be tacklers. Here's Alt, catches a block here to the near side. Powie, all the way down to the 42-yard line.
How about Powie Alt? And you could see him too. Sometimes a muffed kick can sometimes lead to a big play. It throws everyone off, but there is a penalty flag on the play.
And it looks like this one might be a hold. And it will be against Clear Fork, so that's going to negate a lot of the yardage. We'll take another look here on the Park National Bank replay. They're saying that it occurred right about here. So,
yeah, I don't know. I thought we might have had like a block in the back at one point, but I didn't really see a hold on our replay. But already that is 6 penalties now on Clear Fork, so it has been tough sledding for them, kind of getting in their own way a little bit here. So instead of starting over in Lucas territory, they are back to their own 24.
And they're going to hand it off here on first down. Not a whole lot of room as they give it to the up back, and it's a pickup just of a couple here for Josh Fields.
Short gain. Gain of about 2 brings up second and 8.
Off the sweep here near side. Nice cut. And diving towards midfield after a nice run that time, Tristan Robson.
On the carry.
It's a nice pickup of 23 yards there for number 21. Gets him right about to midfield.
Dylan Page on the stop for the Cubs.
So to Clear Fork's credit, I mean, anytime they've had, you know, kind of a big play go against them, they've been able to get back up and respond. They had the holding call on their last drive, led to eventually a touchdown. And here, after a kickoff return negated by a holding call, they moved the ball back to about where they would have started had there not been a penalty.
Logan Toms on the stop for the Cubs.
So after the stop by Toms is going to bring up second down 10. Hand off again, Robinson, the workhorse on this drive. Gets him out to the 41-yard line, move the sticks. Nice look at him fighting for extra yardage there. 5 black jerseys all swarming. He didn't care.
No, he did not.
Just kept going.
That is 33 yards for Robeson on this drive alone on 3 carries. Big drive for the Colts as Lucas will get the ball to start the second half. So it's imperative they get down there, get some points here, or at the very least, not leave Lucas any time.
So again, they feed the up back. Fields fights forward for a nice gain, maybe about 5. As we're down to 5 minutes remaining here in this opening half.
Second down, Colts from the Cup 35-yard line.
Tight set here for Skoog. And they'll hand it off to the second back through the hole. Luke Schlosser able to pick up the first down.
There's a nice run there by Schlosser because it looked like he lost his footing for just a second here. It looked like he might get tripped up a bit, but able to keep his feet moving. Lowers the shoulder, falls forward to pick up a couple extra yards, and it's another Colt first down.
This play was good enough for a Colt first down.
So the Colts continue to march here,
First and 10, clear
and they've done it differently than we saw earlier on in the game. Pro set again. This time Skoog fakes it, takes it himself.
He's still going.
Yeah, he's shifty, man.
Sure is.
Deeper.
So Victor able to gain a couple.
Yeah, it looks like he got about 5 on that play.
And it's almost like mirror images now, like homogenous offenses
Yeah,
with
right.
Clear Fork coming out, giving Lucas a little taste of their own stuff.
Well, and you wonder, too, with the kickoff return for a touchdown, I mean, this Lucas defense has been on the field for a lot now in this second quarter. You wonder if they're starting to maybe wear down a little bit, and that's why Clear Fork is just kind of pounding the football at them right now, wearing them out.
Facing a third down and 5 now.
Carry for Clear Fork on that last play. Brings up third down and short yardage.
Third down and 3
Louder.
for the Colts. Ball here at the 20. Skoog under center. He's going to keep it, and he is going to be brought down in the backfield. The Cubs were not going to let him go anywhere as Logan Toms, having himself a ball game, gets into the backfield and stops the Colts from picking up a first down. We'll see now. Looks like they're going to probably go for this here on 4th down. What a play, though, by Logan Toms getting back there. Skoog loses 2. It'll make it 4th down and 5.
3-yard line.
And we're going to have a timeout here by Clear Fork. That's their second timeout, so they've got just 1 remaining now as they will talk it over and figure out what they want to do here on this 4th down and 5.
Well, I think what they want to do is pick up the first down, Andy. That's going to
think-
be goal
yeah.
number 1.
Yeah, that's a solid goal to have, I would say. But how do they want to go about picking that up?
Oh, that's what they're discussing. I see.
That's the true question in that huddle right now.
Well, they've just been pounding it down Lucas's throat to get to this point. I think you got to go back to that spread game. They've got so many great athletes. I really like Milo Burkholder, where he's been lining up from that tight end position in the slot. He just seems like a mismatch for whoever's going to end up defending him. That would probably be my first look. But then Powie out of the backfield, if they're going to have him in there, I think if he just lob it to that guy in some space, it looks like he's going to try to make something happen every time.
Yeah, I'm gonna just let Skoog go out and do Skoog things. Have him in the shotgun, make a play with his feet if he has to, roll out. But I like the Bergholder, I like that as well. That's something I would keep an eye on.
Definitely try to make this some type of run-pass option here for Victor. Put him out on the move.
So far, Coach Carroll is pleasing us because he's got Skoog in the shotgun. He's got Alt back there with him. And there's Bergholder as well.
So maybe we're on the same page here. Victor.
He's looking for Bergholder. He can't find him. And now Skoog's going to do Skoog things.
Still keeping his feet until now. Sacked on the play. Ryan Caudill able to get in the backfield.
Once again, just great coverage downfield by Lucas. Victor didn't have a chance to do anything. Eventually that line just breaks down, and he almost went down here and still able to keep going, but Caudill gets in there, forces the turnover on downs. A big stop for Lucas, because now they've got some time to work with here and get a score before halftime and start the second half with the ball.
Huge possession either way. Lucas has shown an ability to throw here tonight.
Yeah, 6 pass attempts here from the Cubbies.
This time, though, they keep it on the ground.
Wait to see who comes out of the bottom of that pile to figure out who had the ball.
Looks like Andrew Finello with pickup of maybe 1 or 2 on the play.
Caden Riddle in on the stop for Clearfork.
Yeah, from our vantage point right now, Brian, it is tough to see who gets the ball in that offense for Lucas.
And that's just how they like it.
Absolutely. There's a reason they're going for their 9th straight trip to the postseason.
Timeout
Timeout
taken
Clearfork.
by Clear Fork. So stopping the clock.
They are now out of timeouts as well, too.
So this is a interesting drive here for Lucas. Are you going to be thinking about time clock management and just trying to get out of here with the lead?
I think you can be aggressive if you're Lucas. I think you are going to get the ball, regardless of how this first half ends. You will get the ball to start the second half. So you got the lead. It's week 1. You're playing at home. I think this is a chance for you to kind of, exert your will a little bit here and have a chance to go up by 2 scores.
They'll come out from the gun, man in motion. They'll give it. And it's going to be Corbin Toms catching the edge out across the 35. Still going to be a 3rd down on the way here for Lucas.
Yep, nice little run there. 3rd and manageable here. Just under 2 minutes now.
Smolin keeps it here on 3rd down and didn't go very far, maybe a half yard, so it'll be 4th down, $1:42 showing on the clock.
Yeah, I think now you just let this run all the way out and you punt it away.
Well, they've stopped the clock.
Yeah, the scoreboard is saying 1st down, and the chain gang is showing 4th down, and now they're signaling to move the chains that it is a 1st down.
Well, if I'm Coach Carroll, I'm demanding some type of a measurement before they move those chains. I don't know if he has that authority or not.
Yeah, this is...
Wow.
Wow, okay. I didn't think they were anywhere near getting a 1st down.
Throw back, Finello with the catch, and he's gobbled up immediately. Bergholder read it.
Andrew Finello is complete.
Saw he was able to just break free of
Timeout, Cubs.
Russell Kahn. So now Lucas wants to talk things over with a timeout after that nice gift of a fresh set of downs.
I mean, am I crazy? Like, did they get positive yardage on that run? Like, it did not appear to be so. Now, we are at a bit of a disadvantage with the angle we're currently at, but I didn't think that they gained any yardage on the play. If anything, I thought they lost yards.
I think the whole stadium felt the same way that you did, all with the exception of one official who said, go ahead and move the chains, and the other guys were like, okay.
Yeah, that was...
Sure.
I mean, you could hear the groan from the Clear Fork side when they signaled first down. As like, wait, what? How? What? I'll have to go back and look at that one later, but that was interesting to say the least.
So what it is now, 2nd and 12 at their own 34. Clear Fork just rushes 4. They keep it on the ground. And Cubs only pick up a couple with Smolin diving forward.
Andrew Smolin on the carry.
And at this point,
Yeah, there doesn't seem to be a real sense of urgency here.
36-yard line.
starting to get that sense that they're pretty content with how things are right now.
Yeah, they should only have to run one more play here.
Play clock still showing 11. And they'll toss it inside handoff. And Jackson fights forward out across the 40 and should be the final play here of the opening half. Unless, well, if you're Lucas, why? I guess just run one more.
I don't know. I'm all about being aggressive here in week 1 and with the ball, but I feel like at this point you just go into the locker room up 13-7 and feel good about yourself.
Yeah, it looks like that's going to be the decision made here by Coach Spittler and his staff. Lucas on top, 13-7. 2 touchdowns by Corbin Toms right now, leading the way for the Cubs. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back with some halftime stats, analysis, and of course, the halftime band show. It's live and free and only on the OH Report. Keep it here. We guarantee nobody else gets you closer to the action than our exclusive coverage. So give me a call, Brian Skoronsky, and let's make you a part of the game.
At Knox Community Hospital, your primary care physician is more than someone who delivers your test results, more than someone who writes prescriptions, more than someone who listens to your heart. We are your healthcare partner who takes the time to know you, listen to your concerns, and provide you with expert personalized care to make and keep you well. Because to us, you're more than just numbers on a chart. You're a neighbor and a friend. Knox Community Hospital, in the community, for the community.
Need your lawn looking its best? Then Clips and Cuts is who you call. We have the knowledge, experience, and passion to create the most beautiful lawns and landscaping for residential and commercial mowing, plus complete landscape installments, landscape design, shrub pruning, and tree trimming. We also specialize in hardscape, offering a variety of patios, retaining walls, water features, and even outdoor kitchens. Call Nick Ritchie to schedule your services today. What's up, America? Brian Skoronsky here, and if you want to see me and the gang chop it up with some unintelligent conversation, we've got the show for you. Check out the OH Report video podcast every Monday, exclusively right here on the OH Report.
Next, the band will feature our auxiliary with another blast from the past. Hail to the chiefs of post-grunge, into the home of rock and roll. Here's Cleveland Rocks by the Presidents of the United States of America. To close, we have a song with its roots in 2 great decades of music, combining the revolutionary sound of mid-century Jamaica with the power of the late 90s post-grunge. Here is our rendition of The Impression That I Get by the Mighty Mighty Boss Tones. and gentlemen, the pride of the valley, the 2022 Clear Fork High School Marching Band. Now entering the field under the direction of Miss Audrey Smith, please give a warm welcome to the 2002 Lucas Cubs Marching Band. Tonight, the band will be presenting you selections from one of the most musically accomplished and critically acclaimed disco, R&B, and funk bands of all time, Earth, Wind, and Fire. To start tonight's performance, we will be featuring Earth, Wind, and Fire's 1978 chart-topping single, which posed the question, do you remember the 21st night of September? Our next Earth, Wind, and Fire selection is this 1981 hit from their studio album, Rise. We hope you'll enjoy Let's Groove. We would like to thank you for all coming out tonight. Please give a round of applause for the 2002 Lucas Cubs Marching Band.
We guarantee nobody else gets you closer to the action than our exclusive coverage. So give me a call, Brian Skoronsky, and let's make you a part of the game.
At Knox Community Hospital, your primary care physician is more than someone who delivers your test results, more than someone who writes prescriptions, more than someone who listens to your heart. We are your healthcare partner who takes the time to know you, listen to your concerns, and provide you with expert personalized care to make and keep you well. Because to us, you're more than just numbers on a chart. You're a neighbor and a friend. Knox Community Hospital, in the community, for the community.
Need your lawn looking its best? Then Clips and Cuts is who you call. We have the knowledge, experience, and passion to create the most beautiful lawns and landscaping for residential and commercial mowing, plus complete landscape installments, landscape design, shrub pruning, and tree trimming. We also specialize in hardscape, offering a variety of patios, retaining walls, water features, and even outdoor kitchens. Call Nick Ritchie to schedule your services today. What's up, America? Brian Skoronsky here, and if you want to see me and the gang chop it up with some unintelligent conversation, we've got the show for you. Check out the OH Report video podcast every Monday, exclusively right here on the OH Report. It's halftime here at Bob Wine Field, sponsored by Kelly's Dairy Bar and Miniature Golf, located on South Main Street in Mansfield. We got 2 quarters in the books so far, and the Lucas Cubs doing what they do best here at home. They're leading Clear Fork 13-7. I am Brian Skronsky, got Andy Jardy with me, and we'll dive into the first half stats right now. Again, presented by Kelly's Dairy Bar. And you look at Lucas and you're not blown away, obviously, by what they've done in terms of the total yardage, but they have the turnover and, of course, the huge play in the kick game.
Yeah, the kickoff return was a huge part of that, and it just goes to show, Brian, that all the individual stats, they ultimately don't matter. The most important stat is what's on that scoreboard, and Lucas has the lead despite getting beat in just about every statistical category. Clear Fork, the big issue for them, too, penalties were huge as they committed 6 of them for 50 yards. Clear Fork threw the turnover on their opening drive as well, the interception that Skoog threw. Lucas has turned it over on downs once. Clear Fork also turned it over on downs a separate try as well. But, yeah, not a lot here for Lucas in the statistical department, but they have the lead. They've played great defense. The special teams play has been phenomenal tonight. Aside from the blocked extra point, other than that, their special teams has been flawless. Onside kick recovery, a kickoff return, they've played really well.
And that's why they've got the 6-point lead right now. So we were talking, and we've got some keys, we think, that are probably going to decide this baby when it's all said and done. Let's begin with Clear Fork, Andy. And for you, you know, it's just all about following Skoog to victory with a typical Jardyism in there.
Absolutely. You know that's why you brought me along, Brian. And, yeah, I think you got to just rely on Skoog to do the typical crazy things that he does, finds ways to win you ball games, makes plays when there aren't plays there to be made. And we've seen the thoroughbreds being showcased here tonight. Powie Alt, he's had a big touchdown run here tonight. And Skoog has made some plays as well. And, yeah, that's going to be the keys for Clear Fork there up front, or here to win tonight.
But you mentioned the guys up front. Pretty much everything kind of hinges on that battle of the bigs. Lucas, all the question marks coming into tonight. They've answered them at times, but I think Clear Fork, their defensive front, has gotten the better of Lucas here over about the last quarter of action. And then on the other side for Lucas, basically we're just saying, just play Lucas football, right?
Yeah, and they've done that here tonight. They haven't necessarily dominated up front, but they haven't also, you know, it hasn't been a hindrance, all that inexperience up front for them. They've done just fine here tonight. They've actually looked really well at times, too. Winning the ball control, they forced the turnover. That led to a touchdown. They recovered an onside kick. And, yeah, they're playing Lucas football, and they find themselves up 13-7. It's not always going to be pretty, but it is going to be gritty.
And that is your halftime presented by Kelly's Dairy Bar. And tonight's high school broadcast brought to you live and free on the OH Report, thanks to our generous sponsors, Ohio Valley Manufacturing, Heavy Gauge Stamping and Precision Blanking Services. They are hiring right now. Park National Bank, where you mean more. Knox Community Hospital, in the community, for the community. Clips and Cuts Lawn Care, providing superior lawn care and quality landscaping services for all of North Central Ohio. And Mechanics Bank, that's better. Football's back, Andy. That's better for us, too.
Isn't it? And like the autumn chill is kind of in the air already. You know, it's cooled off a little bit since we last played here before halftime. Great halftime performances by both marching bands. Enjoyed the Cleveland Rocks rendition that the Clear Fork Marching Band did. Hits right in the heart for me.
Andy living up near the lake, and you still over in the Lakewood area?
I am still in Lakewood, yeah. Just right outside of Cleveland, about 10 minutes, 15 minutes.
Probably don't have many cows in your backyard like they do here at the Lucas.
Occasionally, though, deer will wander. We call them city deer.
Mm-hmm.
They show up every now and then in the Lakewood neighborhoods, right there off of 90.
First down, Cubs bring a man in motion. It's going to be Smolin all the way, though. Big burst of speed up the middle. Here comes Andrew Smolin all the way out to the 48-yard line. Lucas making big plays right away.
That they are. Smolin keeps it, picks up about 30 yards. He just burst right through.
gain of 30 yards on
And
the
he
play.
picks up
First and
30.
10 Cubs
Talk
at
about an
midfield.
opening play. Whew. Look at this.
And that was all the big uglies up front, making a semi-truck hole that Andrew was happy to go charging through.
Smullen last year, 468 yards rushing and 4 touchdowns. And we've seen him make plays with his arm tonight, too.
Bring Andrew Finello in motion. He's got the give. Shakes away from one would-be tackler. Now taking it down the sideline before he's wrestled down. Nice gain out to the 35.
Takes it around left end for another Cub first down.
2 big runs here from Lucas.
Mason Sansom on the stop for Clear Fork.
Coming out, trying to make a statement here on this opening drive. Make it a 2-possession game if they can. Certainly looking well-rested and efficient here coming out of the locker room. You always wonder about that, you know, do you fall into a lull maybe at halftime? And with the way that that first half ended too, they kind of just ran out the clock, but they look refreshed and energized here to start the second half.
2 plays, 2 first down for the Cubs offense. And it's going to be Smolin again. This time Clear Fork ready for it. 3 guys in white jerseys all waiting for him. And not much beyond the line of scrimmage.
No, good job by Clear Fork there defensively. Smullen in that first half did rush the ball 2 times, picked up 7 yards, and he was 3 of 7 passing. 7 pass attempts, Brian. That is not a typo. 10 yards and a touchdown.
So the Lucas offense already on this drive almost generating as many total yards as they did in that first half alone. Through the sky here. It's going to be Corbin Toms with another catch. And he's got a first down out to the 26.
That's the second catch of the night here for Corbin Toms to go along with his touchdown reception he had in the first half, and just comes back to the pass there, makes a nice little move, and then gets across enough for the first down. Although, hold everything, actually, Brian. It looks to be third down, so he did not pick up the first down. Thought initially they signaled it was first down, but it is going to be just a yard short. And that run right there will be enough to give the Cubs another first down, their third on this drive.
This time it's Grayson Jackson, and this what's so difficult about Lucas to line up against. Yeah, they're physical always, and that's number 1, but with all those guys scrunched up there in the backfield, there's no bell cow on this offense, at least the last couple of seasons. Certainly don't think there's going to be one this year. A lot of different guys are going to be in the 500-600 yard range, I think, including the quarterback. So it's just tough to identify who's going to be touching it on any given down.
Well, in that first half, you had 7 different Cubs have a rushing attempt. So, yeah, they spread the wealth, and it's hard to just focus on one person because they can all do it. And when they're all bunched up back there, you lose sight of them, and it can be anybody.
This time it's Finello coming in on the jet sweep look. He's able to make a nice jump cut, but just 20 guys all waiting there. And he gets shoved backwards, gain of 1 on the play.
Looked like me trying to run a play in the new Madden earlier today. Oh, that's quite difficult, Brian.
I haven't played Madden since 2013 was the last copy that I had, so it's been about a decade, but all my employees are doing it. It seems like it's all the rage right now.
What a catch right there.
Speaking of all the rage.
Oh, my goodness.
How about Toms with the snare? Check this out.
Just a heck of a grab right there.
He had to reach behind himself. Mason Pipes on the coverage.
And here they are again, just going quietly about their business, not in any hurry. Play clock under 10.
Smolin rolls out, throw in, and he had Toms with a step.
Yeah, he did just a little too much on this throw. Just not able to get there and come down with what would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's 2nd and 10.
Brings up second down, 10 for
Credit the Clear Fork defensive front that time, bursting through, getting some pressure almost instantly in Smolin's face to make it tough on him. Play clock trickling down to 10 as Lucas sets up with it at 6 seconds. Smolin spins, hands off, somehow gave it to Jackson. I barely saw that handoff. That was wizardry.
I had no idea he handed that ball off. I thought he kept it, but nope. Hands it off instead, and it's close to the first down. About a yard short, it looks like. They can still pick up the first down here.
How many offenses are built around the quarterback being the lead blocker through the hole? One.
Lucas, yeah, that's about it. At least at the high school level. Maybe Navy and Army if you go up to college. That does not look to be enough, but we've been fooled on spots and whether or not there have been first downs at least one other time tonight.
Yeah, that time Jackson got submarined almost instantaneously after he got the ball and fell right at the line of scrimmage. So 4th down and 2.
This is an interesting decision. I think they're going to take a timeout and talk this one over because you've got Aiden Culler, who's a proven kicker, and you can make it a 2-possession game here if you get the 3 points, and I think you got to consider kicking it here.
So that's the conversation, and I see Aiden's making his way off the bench over into the huddle, taking a little warm-up kick there. So when you've got a guy like that at the smaller school ranks, it's such a big weapon to be able to make it a 2-score game here, Andy, that I think that probably Coach Spittler is like, you know what, we got this guy, but it is 4th and 2, and we're Lucas.
Yeah, and you're at the 5, so like yeah, there is that part of the equation too where you say like, we are Lucas. We can pick up 2 yards here. We'll see what they opt to do here.
Well, Color's definitely heading into the game. I think they're going to try to tack on 3 points here, Andy.
Okay. Yeah, it's amazing. Like kicking at the high school level, it gives you such an advantage. When I was in high school, like our school, we never kicked. There was never a kick attempt. And that was kind of how the whole conference in itself was, too. There just weren't kickers in our area.
How about the leg behind that one?
No, he did not get it.
Wide left, though. So we've seen not 1, but 2 snafus now in the kicking game for the Lucas Cubs. Had one blocked earlier, but this one much more important.
Yeah.
As it could have extended the lead out to 16-7.
The snap was a little high, and kick just wide to the left. So it stays a 1-possession game, and it's a big dodge for Clear Fork right there. Get back some of that momentum now, see what they do on their first drive here in the second half. That was a Lucas drive that looked like it was going to end in points with the way that they were moving the football. It started with a 30-yard run, then you had a 15-yard run, and you were just slowly moving your way down there. And coming away empty-handed is big. Second time now they've had a snafu in the kicking game, like you mentioned.
Come out with that heavy set again. I saw a great comment on our Facebook stream that said, Clear Fork's got all these nice big guys at the beginning of the game. Why aren't we playing Clear Fork football and running it down their throat? Well, Dave Carroll has been doing that. We've seen this on a couple of drives since that opening possession for Clear Fork. There's just not very many possessions when you're playing Lucas.
No, there's not. And Lucas found that out too. I mean, with the kickoff return, they only had, I think, 2 possessions in that first half. Maybe 3. They had 3. Excuse me on that. But, yeah, there's not a lot of opportunities to get, multiple chances to put drives together.
It's Robinson on the carry this time. He's able to shake forward for a couple. 3rd down, 4 on the way. Big play here for the Clear Fork offense, because as we were alluding to, just such a premium are these drives when you're playing at Lucas, who milks so much time off the clock. And look at the late drive there for Vic and company.
How about that? Only needed 1. I think they got about 4, maybe 5.
That was almost like the Bush push, except for everybody involved.
Yeah, the whole team got involved on that one.
1st and 10 from their own 33-yard line.
So a key first down here keeps the Colt offense on the field, and electing to go with this heavy set, and you can see it. They've got the size advantage down in the trenches against Lucas. But this is what the Cubs do. They've got linebackers that fly in, make plays. And that's a great one that time by Ty Leonard.
Yep, just got back there, disrupted everything, and makes this now a 2nd and long for the Colts. Just really never had a chance. Got right in there, untouched, and a nice play to bring him down in the backfield for a big loss.
Go down as a loss of 2. And so now a wide receiver getting in the mix for Coach Carroll and his crew. It's going to be Jay Jackson, the sophomore, here to the near side. Split outside the hash. They'll keep it on the ground, though. Cubs keep it to a minimal gain. Robson for a gain of 2. And back to 3rd down.
3rd and long, so you're probably going to have to see what Victor can do with his arm here. But you could see, and Clear Fork had success with this at the end of the first half at just pounding the football, and they've tried to establish that here in the second half, and it's worked for a little bit, but that loss there now forcing them into a 3rd and long here. Might be time to put one up in the air.
Looked like Lucas might have jumped off sides there.
That'll certainly help the cause for Clear Fork. Makes this a much more manageable 3rd down.
It will be encroachment, so 3rd down and 5 now is going to be the situation for Skoog and the gang.
Just the 2nd penalty on the Cubs. 2nd time they've jumped off sides.
And definitely can change your entire approach here when you just need what's going to be a short 5 yards. As opposed to almost guaranteeing you got to put it up through the air, or at least a passing type situation for Victor.
Yeah, you can stick with it on the ground now if you want. We do need to get under center here quickly as the play clock down to 8 seconds now.
Crowd starting to make some noise here on the home side. Skoog hands it off, nowhere to run. Look at all those black jerseys stacking up Robinson. 4th down on the way.
Big time stop by the Cubs. And yeah, just no chance. Thought for a second there Skoog might have held onto it and had a big play, but that's why I'm up here and now, playing defense, because Lucas did not fall for it, and it's going to force probably a punt here from the Colts this deep in your own territory.
Still plenty of time remaining in the game. 3:46 and counting here in the 3rd.
And they're going to have to burn a timeout here. And, boy, that's a tough timeout to lose when you're just trying to punt the football away. It's not like you're going for a big 4th down or anything here. And when you're trailing and against this Lucas team that likes to run that clock, that's a costly timeout right there.
2nd timeout in the special teams game for Clear Fork tonight. Last time it paid off. They blocked the PAT. Can we see more special teams greatness coming out of the huddle here for the Colts?
All part of the plan, you're saying.
Just about adapting on the fly, Andy. Sometimes plan B works out a little bit better than you might think. Lucas is going to send back Logan Toms deep.
Deep to receive for the Cubs,
Jay Jackson.
Logan Toms.
And to punt it away here for Clear Fork. And Jackson unloads it from about the 30, high spiraling punt.
It's going to take the, no, it's not going to take the bounce. Looked like it went a little bit off the side of it. We have a penalty flag on the play. Or no, sorry, that's just where they were marking the ball.
Rolls down around the Cub 37-yard line where they'll start 1st and 10.
So Clear Fork, after a very productive opening drive in this 3rd quarter, going to get a 2nd crack at it. Marched all the way down inside the 5-yard line, but missed a bunny of a field goal. Smolin checks his wristband. Hawkins Smith in front of him. Looking to go deep. He uncorks one. Here's Corbin Toms behind the defense with a big catch. Take another look on the Park National Bank replay. See Smolin standing tall in the pocket, hand in his face. Double coverage, didn't matter. Toms, very sneaky, getting right in behind the safety that time.
Very sneaky. And what a night he's had too, catching the ball.
Clearly the #1 target for Smolin in the passing game. And they're going to need a timeout.
Yeah, that play clock was winding down. So they just now have 1 timeout remaining.
Tonight's winning 50-50 ticket number.
What a throw, though,
993
from Andrew Smolin.
Oh, would you like to see it again?
I would love to see it again. Because, yeah, coming out, I like the call. Let's take a shot. Just getting behind those 2 defenders. Coming down, Corbin Toms for the 37-yard catch.
And perhaps most impressive of all in that throw, Caden Riddle, the All-Ohioan, 2 hands right in Smolin's face. He leaned back just a little bit to be able to get the trajectory up over the top of the defense, and wham, right on the money. Tom's outrunning the D.
That's now 11 pass attempts tonight from Lucas, Brian.
So that's why week 1 is so valuable, Andy, because you come in, you've got these illusions or these thoughts of what you think something might be, and then it could be that it's just not exactly as you thought. So in this case, to give you the Denny Green opposite, they weren't who we thought they were, or at least for me. But again, like we were talking about in that first half, with a senior quarterback, 3 years varsity starter, even though Smolin does nothing here, man, he gets absolutely drilled in the backfield by Fields. I think you got to put some trust in him, and so far, Coach Spittler and his staff have.
Yeah, and he's their team captain for a reason. And we're seeing that here tonight, as he's made some good throws. He's had some good decision making, and he's carried them so far to this 13-7 lead, threatening to push this thing out, maybe out of reach with how little time and drive opportunities you get playing against Lucas. Colts are going to need a big stop defensively, and that is certainly going to help the cause.
Going to get a sack on the play. Ty Sellers able to break into the backfield. 3rd down long coming up here for the Cubs, and obviously not a spot, at least the Cubs of yesteryear were real confident about picking up. But who knows? This is a new pass-happy offense at Lucas.
So now you got 3rd and 18. You've shown that, yes, you can throw the football. Clear Fork probably expecting a pass here, though.
They got the screen set up all the way. Nice catch in traffic. Look at Lenhart go. Unbelievable setup. Ty Lenhart picking up the 1st down and so much more. Check this setup out, folks.
Excellent play call on 3rd and 18.
Oh,
and what a catch, too, to bring that one in and then just take it all the way inside the 10. Gets down to about the 6. Gain of 28, 1st and goal Cubs. And that's his 1st catch of the night.
Smolin turns, tosses all the way. Coming near side, leaping, diving for the pylon, and getting in there. Corbin Toms. At least I think. We'll go to the replay. We've got a lot of fans standing right in front of us on this side.
I think it was Grayson Jackson who scored that touchdown.
Take a look at the instant replay right after this PAT.
Corbin Toms on the hold, Braden Spittler snapping.
So Color puts it up and through, 20-7. Lucas, a commanding lead here at home, given the time situation. Fireworks popping off here at Bob Wine. See the fans up on their feet.
But yeah, it looked to me like it was Jackson who took that one in. But as everyone else can see what we're seeing, it's tough to see sometimes with where the play ends up. Either way, it is 20-7. Can't confirm it was Jackson that scored the touchdown.
So Grayson Action Jackson into the end zone for the first time this season.
Aiden Keller teeing it up for the Cubs.
And with approximately 60 ticks remaining here in this fourth quarter, third quarter, I should say. Going to need a big drive here if you're Clear Fork. This one's got it, and then some points.
Yeah, they need a kickoff return here. Not necessarily for a touchdown, but just a big return to get him good field position would go a long way. And Powie Alt might just take it all the way, Brian. Forget about your good field position. Powie Alt.
Oh, what a juke of Color. Back to the outside. Powie over the pylon.
He's
marked down at the 1.
Wow. But there is a penalty marker down at about the 45-yard line. And, you know, it just seems like any time you get a big kickoff return, there's always some laundry on the field. It's a sideline warning is what they're going to get here on Clear Fork. You know, unless it's something egregious, it's a big play. Let them celebrate. Am I wrong? Unless they ran out and did something they shouldn't have done.
They got a lot to celebrate here. Awesome return here. I thought Powie's going to be able to make that house call, getting Color on ice skates there, but give Aiden some credit. Was able to bounce back and stop him basically right at the 1 yard line.
They're marking him down at the 1.
So Powie Alt has supplied basically all the explosive plays tonight here for Clear Fork.
Well, this will give them good field position.
Victor can't complain with this view under center.
Yeah, you got 4 plays now to punch it in from 1 yard out.
And they're going to let Powie try to do the rest. Spinning, wheeling, reaching, and fumbling. Lucas says they have it.
But the one official signaled a touchdown. The official closest to us signaled touchdown. The far side official came in and was about to put his arms up for a touchdown, but then he didn't. So now they're going to have to get together and discuss this. There were mixed signals from both officials there on what actually just happened. But yeah, Lucas showing that they came away with the football.
Well, clearly at the end of the play, Zach Dale came out of the pile with the rock.
So it is a touchdown. They are going to give Clear Fork the touchdown. So it is Powie Alt from 1 yard out.
And the Colts answer back. So Clear Fork with an opportunity to tack on the PAT would make it just a 6-point contest. And Van Osdol will put it through.
We got some. Did Clear Fork bring their own fireworks? Did we have rival fireworks here tonight?
Certainly think we do, because the Clear Fork
goodness.
And over here, I mean, Lucas, they shoot him from the other side. So
yeah. How about that?
Wow. First time I've ever seen rival fireworks at a game.
Oh, man. You got to love it, right? I mean, that's just.
So here's another look. Here's Powie. I thought watching it in real time. I mean, wow, he's way in there.
Right.
Falls a full yard into the end zone.
I don't know if we're going to see it on here or not. Because this official, yeah, he had already
think he already
the
signaled
one
touchdown.
walking into your shot from the right now, signal touchdown, but the other official coming in on the left side, just out of your camera, he started to signal touchdown and then put his arms back down. So yeah, they got together and they made the right call. He definitely looked to have gotten in there for the touchdown.
And I appreciate Coach Carroll and his staff electing Powie, made the big play to get him down there. Let him have.
You feed him.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Deserved another touch at least to try to get in there, and more fireworks coming from the Clear Fork side.
Oh man,
this is great.
This is we are shaping up for just one wild fourth quarter here. Second rushing touchdown of the night for Powie Alt. All set up by his incredible kickoff return there. And that is going to bounce.
Corbin Toms on the return.
So Toms takes it out to the 21-yard line after letting it hop a couple of times.
Like Luke Schlosser on the tackle for the Colts. First and 10 Cubs from their own 21-yard line.
Do the Cubs have an answer after the Colts picked up the phone? Smolin delivering a big block out in front, not able to clear enough space as that one only goes for about a yard. As Finello gets to the 23 on what likely will be the final play of the third quarter.
Mason Sansom on the stop for the Colts.
Well, I think it goes without saying, but wouldn't turn this one off if you're tuned in, and if you're not tuned in, hopefully people that are watching, let your folks know to put this one on, because we've had just about everything here, and it's going to be quite the finish here at Lucas.
That's right, money time's on the way. It's live and free and only on the OH Report. You know you want to keep it here.
At Knox Community Hospital, your primary care physician is more than someone who delivers your test results, more than someone who writes prescriptions, more than someone who listens to your heart. We are your healthcare partner who takes the time to know you, listen to your concerns, and provide you with expert personalized care to make and keep you well. Because to us, you're more than just numbers on a chart. You're a neighbor and a friend. Knox Community Hospital, in the community, for the community.
Need your lawn looking its best? Then Clips and Cuts is who you call. We have the knowledge, experience, and passion to create the most beautiful lawns and landscaping for residential and commercial mowing, plus complete landscape installments, landscape design, shrub pruning, and tree trimming. We also specialize in hardscape, offering a variety of patios, retaining walls, water features, and even outdoor kitchens. Call Nick Ritchie to schedule your services today. It is money time here at Bob Wine Field. Fourth quarter action begins here with Lucas backed up.
Yeah, they just lost about 15 yards on that sack right there. All the way back at the 7. They were at the 22.
So a disastrous start to the drive here for the Cubs. We're going to try to run near side now.
They got some room here.
Yeah, nice block set up for Logan Toms. Lowers his shoulder, but he takes the boom at the 25. And it's going to make it fourth down. Cubs likely going to punt here.
Clear Fork has never led in this game. They've tied it, but they have been chasing Lucas all night, and now getting the ball back with 11 minutes to go, they have that chance to take that lead for the first time.
Luke Schlosser catching some blocks, far sideline, cuts in, keeps his feet down to the 23. Another big special teams play.
Schlosser on the return for Clear Fork.
And Clear Fork, we've seen a lot of these tonight on both sides.
Yeah, I mean, Lucas dominated the first half in terms of special teams, and now you're seeing Clear Fork have the better special teams play, and it's giving them great field position here.
Should be in for an exciting finish. Colts right on the doorstep here of the red zone. They're going to come out again with that heavy set. One receiver here to the near side, that's Jackson. Scoog turns, gives to the up man. And he gets knocked down almost right away. Looked like Logan Toms came in to make the stop.
Josh Fields, the ball
Knocked down
carrier.
Fields after a gain of maybe 2.
Stood up the line by Logan Toms. Second down, Clear Fork.
Three-back set this time. Scoog tosses to the deep man. Robinson makes a cut.
He is just so quick, Brian. When he gets out there, made a nice, nifty little move, and then he just sprinted forward, gets him close to the first down. It's going to be 3rd and short here. But you just see that little stutter step right there. Gets between a couple defenders, picks up 7.
Makes it a manageable situation here for the offense. Just a couple yards needed. Ball marked right at the 15. Penalty flag flies. It's going to stop the play dead before it gets a chance to start.
Oof,
and
that's
Clear
tough.
Fork, yeah, they'll have to make this a 3rd and 7 conversion now.
It's their first penalty here of the second half. They had a rough first half, 6 penalties for 50 yards, but that's their first one.
Third down, Clear Fork from the Cub 20-yard line.
This makes it interesting now because you were arguably, if you didn't pick up any yards before that, you were probably going to go for it on 4th down. Now you got to pick up at least a couple yards here to maybe think about going for it on 4th down, or do you send out your kicker? This might be 4 down territory either way, and there was almost movement up front again. It looked like there was some confusion.
Halfback pass almost went for a touchdown. Trying a little bit of trickery here as they put it into the hands of Tristan Robinson, and he tried to find Jackson.
Yeah, he made a good throw. I mean, they almost came down with that.
Double clutch, but got it into the end zone. So a huge 4th down here. Scoog from the gun, empty set, rolls near side, wants to scramble. Now looking to pass it downfield, breaks the pocket, flips it, and it's knocked down by Logan Toms.
Yeah, he just got his fist up there and denied any chance of that completion happening. Looked like Scoog was going to be able to just kind of flick this one down and maybe pick up a 1st down. But a big stop by the Lucas defense, preserving the lead.
And now this is where Cubs football really becomes a big factor. When they've got the lead, particularly at home, they just want to line up, run it at you, allow that play clock to do its thing. One big drive here for the Cubs. Certainly something that's on their mind. So they'll toss it basically student body right. Excellent tackle there. Tom's got knocked down low by Alt, who just came flying kind of out of nowhere.
Yeah, he really did. Great pursuit, getting in there, bringing him down by his ankles.
Second down, Cubs from right around their own 23-yard line.
Goes for just a gain of 3.
Inside give, Finello with the counter play. Tom spinning his way out across the 30. First down yardage for the Cubs.
What a great play call, too. Look at this. They fake the runway, and then they just pitch it back. A little crisscross action coming your way.
It's good enough for a Cub first down.
2 handoffs, picking up the first down. That's what makes this offense so dangerous, Brian. It's plays like that where they can create so much misdirection in the backfield.
It forces assignment football to the maximum of your ability.
Yeah, you really have to be disciplined and focused on your assignment. And even then it can be difficult.
Straight ahead this time.
I think everybody kind of ran into each other on that play.
Not much room, not a lot picked up.
Smith, the ball carrier.
And the sophomore Hawkinsmith will go down for a gain of 2.
Second and 8 for the Cubs from right around their own 35-yard line.
Toss to Finello this time.
Andrew Finello on the carry.
Hasn't been used as much in the running attack as I was figuring that he would be.
Yeah, he only had 1 carry in that first half. He's had 4 here in the second half, and got an injured Colt down. Looks like Josh Fields.
245-pound junior.
Yeah, you hope it's just a cramp, as you see usually early on in the season. As teams get used to playing at this level for this long.
Yeah, it certainly looks like Fields went down and was smacking the grass in a little bit of agony. So while they tend to Josh, we'll go ahead and step aside. We'll take a quick timeout. We'll be back, 6:49 to play. Lucas with a 6-point lead.
At Knox Community Hospital, your primary care physician is more than someone who delivers your test results, more than someone who writes prescriptions, more than someone who listens to your heart. We are your healthcare partner who takes the time to know you, listen to your concerns, and provide you with expert personalized care to make and keep you well. Because to us, you're more than just numbers on a chart. You're a neighbor and a friend. Knox Community Hospital, in the community, for the community.
Need your lawn looking its best? Then Clips and Cuts is who you call. We have the knowledge, experience, and passion to create the most beautiful lawns and landscaping for residential and commercial mowing, plus complete landscape installments, landscape design, shrub pruning, and tree trimming. We also specialize in hardscape, offering a variety of patios, retaining walls, water features, and even outdoor kitchens. Call Nick Ritchie to schedule your services today. So Josh Fields of Clear Fork being helped over to the sideline. Not putting a whole lot of weight on that right leg. It's been an impact playmaker on both sides of the ball so far here this evening. As we are approaching some critical times of the game, 6:49 to go. 3rd down coming up for Lucas. Got the ball at their own 39, need 5 to keep the drive alive. I'm Brian Skronsky, Andy Jardy joining me this evening. on what's becoming kind of a crisp evening
sure is.
in the Valley.
Yeah. You can feel it's a little damp in the air, you know. It's certainly a lot better weather than we've had the first 2 years of week 1. Last 2 years have been, whew.
Had all the lightning storms
Oh
last
my
year.
gosh.
2 years ago, back in 2020, this Cubs Clear Fork game, I think they played until almost 11:30 at night.
Yeah, there were some late nights, some late games because of lightning and weather delays.
Finello looking to cut it back, throws a stiff arm.
Ooh.
Puts down his shoulder, but not going anywhere. Gang tackled after no gain on the play, so 4th down coming up for Lucas.
Run out of bounds. Gonna bring up
Logan
4th down
Anderson.
for the Cubs.
On the Colts defense, getting in there and stopping that play.
And this would be immensely gutsy of
Yeah, I think
Lucas. They were keeping their offense out there for a minute.
They were, but yeah, you gotta punt this thing away.
Maybe a 4th and 2, I might like
Sure.
it, but the 5 yards definitely has to factor into the equation. That's why Lucas got the punter out on the field. 3 men back waiting for Clear Fork.
Oh, that is a heck of a punt, all the way back to the 20.
Schlosser, who had the great return earlier, does get out across the 30 to the 33-yard line. So it's boiling down to this, folks. 5 minutes and change. Senior quarterback with the ball and an offense that's been able to move it at times. There's just not that many opportunities in a matchup against a Scott Spittler team. So big moment here for Victor Skoog, a guy that's been talked about a lot on the OH Report over the last few weeks and in newspaper articles all around the area. Let's see what he's made of right here, Andy.
He's only made 1 pass attempt here in the second half. There's number 2, and it's a much-needed completion for Clear Fork. But, I mean, you had the big kickoff return, and then they've just ran the ball a lot here in the second half.
Just a quick out to Robinson. See, Finello did a nice job of fighting off of the block. Came in to make the shoestring tackle. As Colts go no huddle. Victor straight back, looking right. Got the connection. That's Jackson out of bounds. Moving the sticks. So back-to-back completions now for Victor Skoog.
First down, Clear Fork. Right around their own 44-yard line.
Colts do have 2 timeouts. Lucas fans starting to make some noise, rising to their feet.
Quarterback draw all the way. Great design that time, Andy.
Skoog up the middle on the quarterback keeper.
He just does that so well.
Logan Toms and Andrew Finello
And after the back-to-back quick hitters, open things up in the middle. Clear Fork taking full advantage. 8-yard scamper. Second and short now for Victor. Looking left, pump fake, and throws it low. Is it intercepted by Corbin Toms? He seems to think so.
Yeah, it looked like he trapped it.
Let's take a look at this pass. Ooh.
The way that the ball kind of moved there,
Being rolled incomplete. 3rd down, Clear Fork.
it looked like that probably took a hop underneath him.
47-yard line.
Another catch by Jackson. Just a 5-yard curl route. So the sticks again on the move. So is this Colts offense. Looking for a game-winning drive here on the road in the Lucas Valley.
43-yard line.
I think it goes without saying, whoever walks away with the win tonight, I mean, it is going to be huge for them all season because both of these teams expect to win a lot of games, will win a lot of games, and that is going to just benefit either one of these teams tonight who gets this win because they're going to get all those computer points throughout the season. Did he come down with that catch?
It was a little bit high, and it's going to go down incomplete, so 2nd and 10.
Second down, 10.
Clock stops with 3:39. A win for Lucas certainly would lead to a lot of bonus points playing up against a Division IV school. Cubs, of course, D7. As Skoog unloads just out of the reach that time. I think Corbin Toms actually had the best shot at it.
Yeah, trying to get it to Bergholder. We saw them succeed with this route earlier in the game, but just unable to connect on it here. It's going to bring up 3rd and long, and you can see just a little too much on the throw. And like I said, there's a little bit of wetness in the air right now too, Brian. I wonder if the ball is becoming a little slippery.
Play clock running down to 10.
I think they're going to have to take a timeout here, right?
Got the play into the huddle. Down to 2, 1, and Skoog does just get it in time. Spins his way out of trouble coming near side. And he's going to scramble for, I believe, a 1st down.
Yeah, depending on where they mark him, and he's got enough for the 1st down, so, man. I mean, he had to immediately spin for his life at the start of that play. They almost didn't even get the play off in time, and then he just has to tuck it and run, and he gets it for the 1st down.
Five receivers again. They spread them out. Cubs bringing some heat off the near side. It's Jackson applying the pressure. Victor just going to run immediately. Great decision. 12-yard pickup. And the drive continues to move just outside the red zone.
Good enough for another 1st down.
I mean, what more can you say? It's just, I'm a broken record at this point, but he just makes plays that aren't there. I mean, the last 2 plays have just been rollouts and running for his life, and they've had 2 1st downs, and they're in the red zone, threatening to potentially come out of here with a win.
Skoog showing that he's sometimes better off script. From the pocket, incomplete, just short for Joe Stupka.
Skoog's pass intended for Joe Stupka falls incomplete.
It looked like the throw was maybe just a little bit low.
He had a clean pocket.
Yeah, he had all day to throw it. Just kind of put in an awkward position for Stupka there, where he wasn't able to come down with the catch. This feels like a playoff game, doesn't it, Brian?
It's got a great atmosphere. You can see if you look all the way around the field, standing room only here at Lucas, as that is a monster, massive 1st down run there. And we've talked about the shiftiness tonight Robson's displayed. I mean, that was another perfect example. Just swing it out to him, let him do his thing.
It's just another 1st down. They've had 5 1st downs on this drive. They only had 2 the entire 2nd half before this drive started.
So it's going to set up a 1st and goal situation just inside of the 10. Clear Fork looking to tie the game if they can get it into the end zone. Skoog design run up the middle, bullets in for the touchdown. We're all square here at Bob Wine Field.
Victor Skoog, what can't you do? My goodness. I mean, this kid is unbelievable. And the Colts have tied it with a chance for their 1st lead on the feet of Victor Skoog.
Playing mostly off script, making things happen on his own, and just 1 PAT away from taking the lead.
Adam Van Oslo on to attempt the point after.
Lucas able to get some pressure, but it is through.
Kick is good.
So here it is, folks, the design run. Look at the blocking, untouched. Skoog trying to make a legend in the making here his senior year. And Clear Fork fans again with the competing fireworks. We're going back and forth.
Oh, man.
All over the place out here in the Valley.
We've had fireworks all over on the field. We've had them outside of the field. There has just been a great, I mean, this is why you play these kind of games, Brian, in week one, because it just sets the tone for the rest of the season. This is so good. I applaud both these teams for playing this game here, week one. And yeah, this has been great. And what we expected, they met in 2020. It was a 3-point game. Tonight we're at a 1-point game. So, like I said, I had a feeling whoever had the ball last was going to come away with the win. Lucas now, 2:36 to go. We'll see what they can do here. And what we've seen tonight is anytime there's needed to be a big play, the special teams has kind of been there. We'll see if we get a big kickoff return here.
Here's what's so fun about what's going down here, Andy. 1-point game, all this talk about Victor Skoog, as I mentioned in the media, and what he can potentially be. And he just proved to us he's kind of a clutch player. Big drive right there. But now Andrew Smolin, a guy that hasn't been talked about a lot, another senior quarterback that's coming back, third season. This is his chance to outshine a bright star on the other side.
Sure is. Yep. And we've seen Logan Toms make some big plays, Corbin Toms as well. So that kick, if that goes out of bounds, oh my, stays in and gets into the end zone for a touchback. Whew. Collective exhale from the Clear Fork sideline.
80 yards of green is what's in between here. Lucas in a potential tying touchdown, though they do have a great kicker, Aiden Culler.
And you know, Brian, it's a 1-point game. That missed extra point.
Looming large.
Blocked, and then we had a missed field goal attempt, too.
That third phase of the game that sometimes gets overlooked. It's been the biggest factor here tonight. We had a touchdown return on a kickoff. Basically one that was returned on a kickoff all the way down to the 1. And now the blocked PAT and missed field goal all adding up to this. As that's an overthrow on the opening down of the drive for Smolin. A lot of pressure bearing down on him, though, right from the start of that play.
Yeah, he didn't have a whole lot of time to really get anything going there. But he wisely doesn't take a sack. You know, threw it to where his receiver had the best chance to get it, which wasn't a very high chance, but it's better to have 2nd and 10 than 2nd and 15 or 16 and the clock's still running.
And you got to wonder, how much are they actually practicing 4 wide receiver sets at Lucas practice?
It's a good question.
Smolin puts it up for grabs, picked off, overthrown into the arms of Logan Anderson, who takes a knee at the 47, and it appears Clear Fork going to be on their way to a comeback victory.
You know, it's a good throw, just kind of a 50-50 ball there, and overthrew his receiver. Logan Anderson with the big interception.
Take one more look on the Park National Bank replay. You got to respect Smolin for at least trying to give his guy an opportunity. You see the zone coverage, but just overthrown too much. Never allowed Finello an opportunity to try to get underneath it. Sparks flying both figuratively, literally out here in the valley.
Do you like the play call there on 2nd down to kind of go for it all right there with 2:18 still to play? But this might be a moot point.
Wow. Look at the speed of Victor Skoog breaking away, trying to put an exclamation mark on the end of this game. Looking like a 33-yard run there, Andy.
Thank you for doing the math
somewhere in the
for me.
neighborhood.
It's a struggle. When they cross the 50, I've yet to figure out an efficient way to add that up.
I think just 1 yard at a time.
Thanks. I'll keep that in mind.
So Victor Skoog looking to be the hero tonight. already checked a lot of the boxes. And protecting the football, 2 hands on it. As a wave of Cubs comes in. Lenhart Jackson in to make the tackle. As the clock rolls down to 90 seconds here at Bob Wine.
Just 1 timeout remaining too for Lucas. Basically a first down here will end it.
Alt, the lone back. Scoot gonna follow him to the right side. And he's gonna be knocked down just shy. 3rd down, maybe 1. It's gonna be the situation.
Yeah, take a timeout, right?
Now Lucas will call their final timeout.
They lost about 7 seconds there.
You see some of the big boys pumping up the student section, and there's a big one here on the sideline. Ty Sellers getting the kids jumping around. Look like it's luau night or Hawaiian night, something for Clear Fork.
Yeah, I can't quite. They've always got something going on, though, right? I feel like every time I go to a Clear Fork game, there's some sort of themed student night. But yeah, they've traveled well. And what has certainly a game that has lived up to the hype. This has been an incredible game for both teams. Clear Fork trailed all night until just a few moments ago. But it's had just a little bit of everything.
A lot of explosive plays, high drama situations. Colts looking to get the upper hand here after it was Lucas a couple years ago that was able to squeak out a win.
They did put some more time on the clock, 56 seconds. About 4 more seconds they added on, and we've got a penalty.
Looking like this is going to be a false start. Actually, it's going to be encroachment, Andy, so
Oh boy.
that will end the game.
Yeah, you can see Victor already doing the kneel down, ready to do that, victory formation.
Anytime you can practice how you're going to kneel the ball down before a win on the road against a team like Lucas. Boy, what a feeling for this Clear Fork team. Huge expectations for them coming into the season. 17 returning starters, the 22 lettermen, all the storylines. And this, to me, is such a springboard game for them to not just win, but to have to come from behind and have a game-winning drive against Lucas. I think this could be big time for the Colts, Andy.
And it's big, too, because you did it in week 1, too. So you're still, like, this just goes to show how successful their offseason was, because they're clearly in some sort of rhythm and the chemistry is there already. And we heard Victor talk about that on the OH report a little bit. They know who they are now, as opposed to last year when they were still kind of trying to figure out who they were. They know who they are and what they've got and what they can do. They feel like they can go out and win the MOAC. And after a performance like tonight, I don't see why they can't.
They're my preseason favorite to win the league. Did nothing here tonight to make me second guess them.
I mean, this is a great Lucas program, no doubt about it. And to come in here and get a win, that is not an easy task. And you're coming in trailing this pretty much the whole game. They found a way to win. Victor Skoog did Victor Skoog things. And the Colts are going to come away with a big-time win.
Cheers coming in from the student section. We are Clear Fork. They believe they have won. They have 21-20. Awesome, awesome game here tonight, folks. If you were here in person, you know the electricity even twice as good probably as watching it on the OH report with the competing fireworks, the 2 student sections, the great fan bases. This is why they need to do week 1 in the Valley, this matchup every single year. Put it on record, I'm saying it right now. Stick around. The Kelly's Dairy Bar and Miniature Golf post game is coming up, which includes the Mechanics Bank MVP so get your votes in, make them count. Let us know who you think is worthy of joining me and Andy for a post-game chat about what went all down. I'm thinking Victor Scoot's going to get a few votes in the comment section.
I think he might.
All right, that's all on the other side. Keep it here. Post-game on the way.
At Knox Community Hospital, your primary care physician is more than someone who delivers your test results, more than someone who writes prescriptions, more than someone who listens to your heart. We are your healthcare partner who takes the time to know you, listen to your concerns, and provide you with expert personalized care to make and keep you well. Because to us, you're more than just numbers on a chart. You're a neighbor and a friend. Knox Community Hospital, in the community, for the community.
Need your lawn looking its best? Then Clips and Cuts is who you call. We have the knowledge, experience, and passion to create the most beautiful lawns and landscaping for residential and commercial mowing, plus complete landscape installments, landscape design, shrub pruning, and tree trimming. We also specialize in hardscape, offering a variety of patios, retaining walls, water features, and even outdoor kitchens. Call Nick Ritchie to schedule your services today. We are back now with our player of the game presented by Mechanics Bank. No question about it. We've got Victor Skoog of Clear Fork. Game-winning drive for you. Let's just start right there and talk to me about what it was like in the huddles, knowing that you're on the road. Lucas, Valley versus the Valley. Fireworks popping off all night. Senior quarterback last year to really make an impact. Ball in your hands, and you kind of did a lot of damage on that last drive.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of respect to our offensive line and our receivers there. For example, on the QB draw to score the touchdown, Ty Sellers, they blitzed double A gap. Ty Sellers, our right guard, just drilled at the kid, wiped him out of the way, and I just walked in. That was all offensive line. I mean, you could interview them too. You could interview Jay Jackson, who made a couple great catches on the far side, and Powey with the big kickoff return. I don't think any of it would have happened without him making that big play. But a lot of respect to a lot of guys. Our defense, I mean, I thought we would score more than that, but I didn't think we would hold Lucas to 20 points just with the Lucas offense that they run. But I don't know, it's just a great night.
Great back and forth contest. You didn't lead, of course, until that game-winning touchdown.
Yeah.
The atmosphere out here and playing against Lucas on their home turf, the way that they play. Describe a little bit of what it is like going head-to-head with a team like the Cubs, looking for their 10th straight trip to the playoffs.
Yeah. I mean, we knew not to look down upon Lucas. They're always good year in, year out. But it is hard when you look at their scouting report where, like, our guys are a lot bigger than their guys, but I think we didn't look past it, but they came out and they were better than I thought they were going to be, and a lot of respect to them. I think they're going to have a great year. They were very successful versus us in a lot of ways. Their special teams were solid. They got the onside kick. They got the kick return for a touchdown. They did all the little things right.
You came out at the beginning of the game running a lot of spread offense, and then you mixed it up. You had some heavy sets that you came in and did some heavy damage with the big guys coming in there. How much have you guys practiced that, and was that a big part of the game plan, being able to switch back and forth between spreading them out and then also getting in the trenches? Yeah,
I mean, we have a bunch of stud running backs. Powey, Tristan Robeson, Luke Slosher can run. Josh Fields plays fullback. He got hurt on the last defensive series that we had, but so we knew we had a bunch of good backs, and we thought we should put in a power offense to utilize all of them. And we get them all the ball, and they all get their yards, and they all stay fresh.
So there was a lot of talk about you guys during the offseason, ton of kids coming back, high expectations for you. Getting the win in week one in this fashion has to feel like it's going to be a springboard game to all the hopes and dreams, all the goals that you've set. Now maybe can come to fruition. Big win on the road here.
Yeah, I mean, Lucas is only a D7 school, but they're a great program, and we knew we had to get past this one first, and we just need to go week by week. We got a big game versus Granville next week, state runner-up last year, or state Final Four, one or the other. But I know they lost a lot of kids, but they're always a great program, and we got to go there and play, and it's completely different offense than this, so we got to get ready to go.
Congratulations, awesome performance, clutch performance down the stretch, making the big plays when they mattered most. Looking at that camera real quick, give a shout out, give some love to anybody who might be watching out there in Colt Nation.
Just love to the whole team. I mean, the guys on the sidelines, no one had their heads down at halftime. Love to all the coaches, great job. We came out, executed what we wanted to do, especially in the second half, but there's no quit in our team, and we played really well in the second half.
All right, 170 total yards and the game-winning touchdown. Victor Skoog, our Mechanics Bank MVP. Thanks for the time, man.
Yeah,
enjoy the celebration tonight in the Valley.
Yep.
All right, we're going to take a quick timeout. We'll be right back, wrap things up with final stats.
At Knox Community Hospital, your primary care physician is more than someone who delivers your test results, more than someone who writes prescriptions, more than someone who listens to your heart. We are your healthcare partner who takes the time to know you, listen to your concerns, and provide you with expert personalized care to make and keep you well. Because to us, you're more than just numbers on a chart. You're a neighbor and a friend. Knox Community Hospital, in the community, for the community.
Need your lawn looking its best? Then Clips and Cuts is who you call. We have the knowledge, experience, and passion to create the most beautiful lawns and landscaping for residential and commercial mowing, plus complete landscape installments, landscape design, shrub pruning, and tree trimming. We also specialize in hardscape, offering a variety of patios, retaining walls, water features, and even outdoor kitchens. Call Nick Ritchie to schedule your services today. Final stats trying to get out there before they're complete. And you can't show the people the inaccurate numbers here. We got to get you a headset too. Might want to wipe that off.
Here tonight between these two schools, and just a great atmosphere for week one. Felt like a playoff game, and just a game that Clear Fork is probably going to remember the rest of the season because this was such a huge win for them. And for Lucas, nothing to be upset about. I mean, obviously the loss, but they've got a lot going for them too this year. They're going to be tough for anyone that they come up against the rest of the season. These are two teams that are definitely bound for the playoffs and much bigger things. But what a win here tonight for Clear Fork on the road. Great atmosphere as we talked about. The dueling fireworks, never seen that before. That was hilarious.
This might be a first like in the history of the state. How often and where can that even happen where there's Knox City ordinances or something, because we're out, of course, in God's country in Lucas, so plenty of places to set up and do fireworks. Can't say that we've ever seen it before.
No, I mean, yeah, this is my year covering high school sports now in this area. That's the first for me that I've seen that. So.
All right, here are your final stats brought to you by Kelly's Dairy Bar and Miniature Golf, located on South Main Street in Mansfield. And it looks like Clear Fork found a running game as the night went along, up over 220 yards, nearly 300 for the game. And the variety that they showed, we talked to Victor about it, they came out spread early on, and he really, I think, hit the nail on the head. He said, man, we got like 4 good running backs. We have to get them in positions where we can hand them each the football. They were able to do that. They mix it around, and then Vic made the big plays down the stretch.
Yeah, and he gave a lot of credit to his teammates, which is really telling, I think, of who he is, too, as a person. Just how he basically could walk in for that go-ahead touchdown there. Their first lead of the night coming there on that final drive for the Colts. And, yeah, I mean, not a lot of first downs in this game. The numbers don't tell you how great I feel like both of these teams played tonight, because special teams were huge tonight. We had kickoff returns galore, one that was a return, one that got down, and one. So the special teams, a big reason why some of those offensive numbers don't look as gaudy as we're used to seeing from either one of these two schools. But yeah, one that matters most though, the scoreboard, and Clear Fork gets the win 21-20.
Quick final thoughts on the Colts and what you saw from them in week 1 and expectations for this team moving forward into the season.
I get why there are expectations. I mean, last year was up and down year for them, 6-5. Still found a way to make it into the playoffs, but you know, you come back looking at a 500 team. Okay, well, what are they going to do this year? Right? Shelby's still in the MOAC. Are they going to match Shelby? I think after tonight's win, they definitely keep the Shelby in the MOAC.
And for Lucas, I think that they were everything anticipated. They've got so many great skill guys, had the question marks up front, and at times a bigger Clear Fork team was able to win in the trenches. But they're playing up 3 divisions here, Andy. They're going to be fine.
Yeah, you're playing up 3 divisions and you lose by 1 point in the final minutes of the game. Logan Toms being back is a problem for a lot of teams that Lucas is going to go up against. He was huge tonight. Corbin Toms big as well.
Everybody out there in Facebook and YouTube land for watching. Incredible game here tonight at Bob Wine Field. Back and forth affair, but the Colts got on top on the scoreboard when it mattered most in the closing minutes for a 21-20 come from behind victory. I want to thank everybody who helped make tonight's contests happen, including Andrew Ziegler on camera. We had Adam Thompson building all of our great graphics, and Andy Jardy, my color guy. For me, Brian Skoronsky, and our incredible sponsors, Ohio Valley Manufacturing, Park National Bank, Knox Community Hospital, Kelly's Dairy Bar and Miniature Golf, Clips and Cuts Lawn Care, and Mechanics Bank. Thanks for watching, and make sure that you tune in to the Friday Night Pigskin coming up live in just under 2 hours. That's at 11:30. We'll see you there. So long for now.